You need to pay attention first, understanding where you are as regards to the skill sets on a scale of 1 to 10, based on what you have been achieving so far, the results you've been getting so far. Where can you place yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Now, this assessment will put you in a place where, if you truly understand where you are, it will open up, the gap between where you are and where you intend to be, where you want to be. And then you make efforts to cover those gaps. So our discussion this morning will be centered around the skills and the numbers game. And I've said it, that your results is directly proportional to your skill sets. Whatever you're getting in this business is directly proportional to your skill sets. So if you're constantly in that place where you invite people and a whole lot of them don't show up, it's just showing how skillful you are as regards to invitation. If you're in that place where you're doing a whole lot of follow-up and you're not getting lots of sign-ups to back up with the number of follow-up you're doing, it shows that your skill set as regards to follow-up is very low. And if you're in that place where you are closing and you have not gotten the kind of results you desire, it shows that your skill set. Now, our business rests upon 3 foundations. We said that earlier: your skill set, your mindset, and what again? Your skill set, your mindset, and I remember the third one. Skill set, mindset, and one more stuff that holds the foundation of your business: your belief. So if your skill is not up to, the excitement, the motivation, the passion won't be there as you're sharing the business opportunity as, thank you very much, your skill set, mindset, and strategy, right? So I need you to understand that whatever results you're getting right now, you're the one who is actually programming that result. You're the one who is calling that result forth, and you're the one who is making that result to be a reality to you, no matter how you tend to argue it. So I will start by telling you this: you are in charge of your mind and therefore your results. Like, if there's anything I strongly believe in, I believe that our mind has the power to create our possibilities. I believe that our mind has everything it takes, our imagination, right? We are creators, and we create our success. If you're in a place where you're not comfortable with the results you have, you also contributed in creating that. Yes. So I'm saying, if I'm in a place where I'm not comfortable with the results I'm getting in the business, I contributed towards that, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or subconsciously, right? So I am in charge of my mind, and therefore I am in charge of my results. I can't have a result and I don't like the results, and I am detaching myself from the person who created that result. No, I created that result. The reality will put you in a place where it puts you on check. So if I am the one who created those results that I don't like, and I want to be intentional, I want to recreate that result and get myself to my desired place of reality, what do I need to do? Accepting that reality puts me in a place where I know that, okay, so this is where I am, this is where I desire to be, and then this is the gap I need to cover to be able to help me get this outcome I'm looking forward. So you can't separate the person who is creating that result that you can choose to call bad results from you, and still expect to work towards creating the good result you desire. It's not possible. So it has to come with that realization. So I need you to say this to yourself: I am in charge of my mind, and therefore I am in charge of my results. So if the results I'm creating so far, if the results I've created so far over the past 1 year, over the past 5 months, over the past 6 months of running my business, is not something I am so happy about, that means if I am in charge of my mind, I can practically and intentionally create the kind of result and outcome that I desire for my business, right? And then the second thing, most times we are running business, you're in a project, you're embarking on something, and it's looking as if I've tried everything humanly possible, and it's looking as if this thing is getting more than me. Like, I can't do it, I cannot. I need you to understand that if it is humanly possible, you can do it. If it's humanly possible, you can do it. So what do you do when the results you're looking forward in life is not what is your reality? What do you do? I choose to term that as your preparation phase. What do you do with your preparation phase? When it looks as if you're putting in effort and you're yet not there, what do you do with that preparation phase? So I woke up this morning and a video popped up on my social media and I watched that. It was a video of American Got Talent, a video of a young girl. Normally when there's a break time, they will entertain some people who want to sing from the audience. So one of the judges will always say that break time is when he chooses to walk out of the audience because he will always hear horrible music. And just this particular one, the girl was given the mic to sing. At first, she stood as if, like when you're shocked, right? She froze and everybody was like, go girl, go girl. And guess what happened? She picked up the mic and then she started singing Amazing Grace. Guess what? Like everybody stood up and the man hugged him. The next thing, the man who said that all his life in this career, anytime there is an opportunity for break, he goes out because he doesn't want to feed his ear with all the stops they are singing. He stood and then he was wondering where the voice is coming from. And then he saw the girl, like he was frozen. Then the next thing, the girl was called up the stage and they asked her name, where she's from, and her motivation towards singing. The next thing, they gave her the opportunity to sing. And there and then, everything, as in it was as if the girl has been preparing all her life for that mega opportunity. I shared the video on my Facebook. I can get the link. It was as if the girl has been preparing all her life for that one opportunity. Now, my question to you this morning is, what do you do when it looks as if you're putting all efforts and it looks as if you're not creating the results you desire? What do you do when it looks as if you're working so hard and the result you're looking for is not what you're experiencing at the moment? Do you choose to whine? Or do you choose to fix your mind on the goal? Do you choose to fix your mind on the process? And then keep reminding yourself that every single step you take towards building your business is a step that is bringing you closer to your destiny, is a step that is bringing you closer to the result, is a step that is bringing you closer to the outcome you want in your life and in this business. What do you do when it looks as if the result is not coming? So first, I said, accept the reality that you are the architect of that result. And then use that period of waiting as a period of preparation. So this girl sang, and it was as if all her life she has been preparing for that one moment. So what was supposed to be like a mistake became the turning point of her life. And that brings me to what our president shared with us during the leaders retreat about opportunity. He said, people don't prepare to, as in you don't prepare to meet opportunity. No, like you live all your life as if the opportunity is now. And when the opportunity comes, what you do out of it is what, as in actually is a product of the preparation you have been on all through the process of living your life, doing your activities, and waiting on that opportunity. So it's not like you're sitting down waiting for an opportunity, you're doing something, and in the process of doing those things, you're becoming better, that when the opportunity strikes, you pick it up and do something massive. Nothing is happening. Do you whine? Do you wait? You put in your best and then waiting for things to turn out the way you hope it to be. Okay? Do you constantly work yourself towards the preparation phase? So this is what preparation does for you. I want to share this from my notes. Preparation gets you to the point where you get the best that you desire. You prepare yourself to the point, preparation does not happen in the arena. That particular exposure the girl had, that particular process didn't happen there. She has been preparing all her life. You don't prepare in the stage. Preparation happens in the camp. Preparation happens in the process of the pain and everything. So at the end of everything, she got their votes. And they were asking, how many years? She's 11 years. And then they were asking her, what are you going to do with this money? She said she wants to help her dad, who is currently going through, who has been battling with cancer for over 9 months. And then they called the dad up the stage. The dad was shedding tears and was like, all through the process of chemotherapy, all through the dialysis and everything, that was where she picked up the passion of singing. So she will always sing for him, anytime he's going for chemotherapy or for any dialysis or anything. Preparation happens in the camp. Preparation happens within those periods of pain, those times when it looks as if you're putting in the work and you're not getting the desired result. That is the phase of preparation. So you need to accept the reality that the result I'm creating, I am the one who is creating this result. And if I want a change, I am the one who should make that change to happen. Don't separate yourself from the person who is not getting the result and the person who is getting the results, right? So imagine what was supposed to be a lowest moment of her life, what was supposed to make her regret and so many things, became a turning point of her life. So how do you process what you can call failure? How do you process your pain? How do you process those hard moments? How do you process it? If it's humanly possible, you can do it. Now, choices is a desired condition, always designed for more choices. So if you're not getting the desired outcome you want for yourself and for your business, ask yourself, what choice can I create? So is there room for improvement? Is there room for me to become better than the person I used to be? Is there any room for me to improve on my skill so that I can get a much more desired result, right? There is solution to every problem. So whatever it is you're facing as regards to your business at the moment, there is solution to every problem. It keeps you in a positive state. It keeps you in that place where you're putting in all efforts, you're constantly growing, you're constantly placing a demand on yourself to be better than the person you were yesterday. So if you got a certain result yesterday, you're placing a demand on yourself to do more and get more results today, right? Constantly improving on yourself. And then I want you to also understand that we create our own experience. We create our own experience. So if you're having something you can call an unpleasant experience as regards to this business, just know that you are the one who is creating that, okay? And every experience has structure. So most times you don't need to, oh, no, this is not the way. Let me start all over again. All you need most times might be just a review. Sit down and review your activity. Sit down and review what is it you're doing that is getting you those results that you are not pleased about. And then look at 1 or 2 things you need to alter. It could be just having more discipline. It could be just being more consistent. It could be just being more intentional and paying attention to your growth. It might be all you need to help you get the result you're looking for. Okay? And then a person cannot not respond. Most times when we are closing, you call for payment and it looks as if those people, they are not even following you. They are not even in alignment with everything you're sharing, right? It shows that there was no constant rapport. So I'm saying all this before we go into the skills. As we're going into the skill set, you'll be seeing why you need to reframe your mind before we go into the skill sets. Okay? Always be and help other people to be at cost. So being at cost is being in that place where you're telling yourself, if anything is to happen, I am in charge. I am in charge of my life. I am in charge of my results. I am the one who is creating the results that I want. So if I'm in a place where I am constantly broke, I am the one who is creating that brokenness. If I'm in a place where I am struggling to get the outcome I'm looking for, I am the one who is creating that. Be at cost, take responsibility, take charge. And then when you're closing and people are not responsive, you're following up, people are not paying, is a sign of resistance, right? And what is resistance? Resistance might be a sign of lack of rapport and insufficient pacing. So with these few points, I'll be rounding up by saying the person with the most flexibility controls the system. So being flexible to grow, being flexible to learn from each and every experience, and then having clear intention. So what is our vision? What is our goal? Our goal is to raise 50,000 multi-millionaires between now and 2024. Have you really sit down to ask yourself, how many people am I going to raise? How many people am I going to help to emerge as millionaire? How many people am I going to help to benefit? How many of us are really going through the WeCare project we are doing right now? Like you're seeing people that 5,000 naira is the reason why they are still in the hospital. You're seeing people that 10,000 naira is the reason why they are still in the hospital. You're seeing people who are in a place of death and nobody can even save them with 10,000 naira. Like if you're not humbled with that experience, to me, I feel like it's more reason why I have to do more. I have to do, as in run my business with every strength. Because for any extra money I'm making in the business, someone's life is going to be changed from that. Think about that for a moment. And then start seeing this business more as a mandate and not just as somewhere you're coming to while away your time. No, it is far more beyond that. How do you see the vision of this business? How do you see the mission of this organization? What business on earth can put you in that place where you're not just aiming towards making the kind of money you're looking for, but you're also working towards helping as much people to make as much money they desire in this business, in their life? What business puts you in that place? Think about it for a moment. What business puts you in that space where you're aiming to the top and you're also aiming to help as so many people as possible to get to the top? What business? What business? So where your mission, your vision, and your goal determines where your focus goes at any particular time. So if you're constantly in a place where you don't know where you're heading to, whether you're going forward or you're going backward, it is because you're in disalignment with the mission and vision of this organization. Let me repeat it again. If you're constantly in a place where it looks as if you don't know whether you're going forward or you're going backward, go back and look at the vision again. Go back and look at the mission of this great organization, okay? And then you start, if you're in alignment with that, you start seeing things falling in place. So that being said, there is no failure, only feedback. Utilize every opportunity. Oh, you did follow up today and you didn't get sign up. Is a feedback on the quality of follow-up you're doing. So if you're flexible enough, you should be able to allow yourself to go through. What are the things I said? Who do I know that is a better in follow-up? What is the difference between how I do my follow-up and how the person does the follow-up? And then what do I need to do? Who do I need to become? So that when I follow up 5 people, I will get someone to make payment. When I follow up 10 people, I will get at least 2 people to make payment. Who do I need to become? Constantly place a demand on yourself, right? People make the best choices available to them. So your role as a presenter is to present the business as one out of the so many good, as one of the best choices they have at the moment that can help them get the results they are looking for, right? And outcomes are determined by expectations. So we cannot not learn. Always ask, what can I learn here? What can I learn from this experience? What can I learn from everything that is happening around me at the moment? So what is skill? Skill is one out of the foundations that holds our business. Skills builds the foundation for everything. Skills build the foundation for everything. I have to deal with the mindset part, because if your mind is fixed on the path that everything I do in this business is struggle, I'm not sure this business is going to work for me, I'm not sure if I can even create any reasonable results in this business, it is going to alter your reality. It's going to reflect in your reality. So if the mindset is being taken care of and you understand that this is not a competition, the only person that you're in competition here with is yourself. So if I did 10 follow-up yesterday and I got only 1 sign-up, my competition for today is it possible I do 10 follow-up today and then get 2 sign-ups? If I achieve that, my competition for tomorrow is it possible I do 10 follow-up next tomorrow and then I end up getting 3 sign-ups? So I am constantly placing a demand on myself to grow, to become better, and to become more skillful and more resourceful in the business. Okay? So why skills? What are the things skills does for you? Skills gives you the confidence. And let me say this, confidence does not grow in isolation. Confidence grows in a place of practice, in a place of constant practice. It's only when you have allowed yourself to do, it's only when you have allowed yourself to execute, that is when you gain confidence. You build the muscle, and then you tell yourself, yes, I can. Yes, I can invite. Yes, I can follow up. Why? Because you have followed up, and whether you got the result or not, you have followed up. So it is a better place to start and a better place to also learn from. Confidence skill also causes you to take action. It causes you to take action. So if you understand invitation, understand the psychology behind invitation, understand how to separate your emotions from what you're doing, understand the 8 steps and the 4 keys to enable you invite effectively, it causes you to take action because you know exactly how to invite. It puts you in charge. So if you're in a place where I have the skill, I can fill up the hall. So no matter how broke you are, you can decide to say, I want to run a big event today. I want to run a big event this weekend. And then you're working towards that. Your expectation is to use your skill to fill up the hall. And then knowing that if I fill up the hall, I'm going to get sign up. And if I get sign up, my brokenness is gone, is a goner. So it puts you in a place where you are in charge. So I have house rent to pay. I focus on how do I fill up the hall? How many years do I need to get? How many days do I need to get to be able to get the sign up and then do my encashment and pay my house rent? It puts you in charge, right? Children's school fees is around the corner. How many codes do I need to get to be able to help me clear the school fees effortlessly? It takes you away from blaming. So not that your challenges are coming and you're telling yourself, you see, if I was selling akara with this 50,000 I started this business with, I know where I would have been now. And I've been here wasting my time. If only my husband, I say husband, if only my upline was more supportful, if only this, if only that. You need to do what? It takes you away from blaming, knowing that you're in charge, knowing that you're the one who is creating your result, knowing that you're the one who is creating whatever it is that is happening around you. It puts you in charge and it puts you in that place where you're like, okay, there's nobody who is the scapegoat here. I am the scapegoat. So if I get the result, I am the one who created it. If I don't get the result, it's also me that created that result. So what does it do? It puts you in a place where you're constantly placing a demand on yourself to improve on yourself. Okay? Now it puts you at cost. I've said it. Being at cost is taking responsibility. Everybody type, take responsibility. Take responsibility. Being at cost is taking responsibility, right? So taking responsibility means, okay, so this thing invitation, this thing that each time I invite, nobody shows up. I invite and few people shows up. What do I need to do to be able to make this happen? And then you're asking yourself, what do I need to learn about invitation so that as I'm inviting this period, I'm getting much more better outcome, right? So are there steps, are there rules around invitation that I need to pay attention to help me get the result I'm getting? It puts you in charge. It puts you in a place of responsibility, right? Why skill again? It helps you control your emotions. So if you're doing something and you're not getting your desired outcome, you tell yourself, okay, so if I keep on doing this, I'll practically improve. I will get better at doing that. So it puts you in a place where you're not thinking that, no, they said no because of this, because it's about me. It's about their neglect, they are rejecting me. No, it puts you in a place where you're separating what you're doing. You're separating your outcome from the reality. Like you're not putting, it's not about you, right? So why skills again? It keeps you open-minded. So if I know that when I follow up, people will sign up, like it puts me in, oh yeah, where is the follow-up? Bring it. I'm constantly inviting so that people will be seeing the opportunity, so that as they see the opportunity, I will have more people to follow up. Yes, it puts me in a place where I am open-minded. It brings on limitations. Please tell me, is there any problem in this world that being more empowered cannot help you out of it? Like having more resources, as in you have more resources, and with all the resources you have, you still cannot figure out a way out of it. It helps you break all limitation. 90-something% of what we are dealing with every single day, it's something that if we are more resourceful, we can come out of it. It's something that if we are more resourceful, we can find a way out of it. So having skill puts you in a place where there is no limitation, like you're not seeing any limitation around you. It gives you the possibility mindset because you know, yes, I can, right? So even when you do it and you don't get the result you're looking for, yes, it's a learning process. You pick your learning and move on to the next attempt to enable you keep doing it until you get the result. Now it gives you an abundance mindset. So you're not saying, let me keep all this interest option for until I become very better and follow up. I'll be able to do that. No, right? You know that the more you follow up, the more you learn. And the more you follow up, the more you get the outcome you're looking for. So you're not looking at, what if I follow up on these people and I don't get the result? And that's it. No more interest option form to follow up, right? It gives you abundance mindset. It helps you take more action. Right? So why skill again? It makes you a professional. There are 3 categories of people in our business: posers, amateur, and professional. Skills, acquiring the skills, learning the skills, practicing the skills puts you in a place where you are a professional, and it puts you in charge of your income. Right? You can build an amazing organization with building your skill base. And how do you build the skill? You build it by study, you build it by execution, you build it by practice. And practice is what helps you to grow mastery, right? So when you are more skillful, it helps you instill momentum within your team, and it prompts you to take action. It builds the foundation for everything, like everything rises and falls on your skill set. And it helps you commit to your growth, committing to personal development. So know this, blame is a dead end street. The moment you blame someone, you take yourself out of the growth of your life. Deciding to blame someone for the results you're having at the moment is more like saying, I am giving someone else control of my life, right? You can be, you take yourself out of the growth of your life. You can't be successful until someone else does something. You can't be successful until someone else changes. So it puts you in a place where you're just holding your hand and saying, until this person change, until my upline does this, until my upline start paying for hall outside the office, that's when my result is going to happen. It puts you in a place where, like, you have already quit the business even before an official announcement of your quitting, right? So less skills put you in that place where you're going through the emotions tornado. You're having high negative emotions. Something happened, you're reading a different meaning to it, high anxiety, and so many things, all negative emotion, worry, fear, doubt, confusion. You feel like running away, you feel like hiding, you feel like, this is frustrating, I can't deal with it, right? You feel like shrinking, you feel like freezing. All this happen when there is low skills. So what are the 7 core skills in those business? What are the 7 core skills? in this business. Number one is what? Finding prospects. It's a skill. So I hear people say most times that, oh, I don't have contacts. Finding prospects is a skill. So the right thing should be, is there a way I could learn how to meet new people, make new friends, and increase my contact base? Yes, there's a way. So if there's a way, is it possible you learn that to enable you become more resourceful as regards to your business? Right? And then skill number two is invitation. Invitation is said to be the gateway skill. And I've done this illustration before. Imagine there is a mansion and you are to walk into this mansion. Inside this mansion, there is everything you have ever wanted in life. First, you need to access the gates. You need to access the entrance to be able to go in and tap into whatever it is that is inside the mansion. So without accessing the gates, will you get what is inside the mansion? Yes or no? Will you get whatever it is that is inside the mansion? Yes or no? Of course, no. So invitation skills put you in that place where you are assessing every possibilities. You're assessing all the goodness that those business holds for you, right? Then we have the presentation skills. Now, our business is so amazing the way it's structured. It's structured in such a way that even if you're new, even if you don't understand anything about how to present, you are leveraging on someone else's experience, someone else's expertise, someone else's story to be able to create your own results. Looks like when you're new, majority of what you're doing is prospecting and inviting. So take advantage of that and create every level of success you want for yourself. And then skill number four is follow-up. They said the fortune is in follow-up. Only 2% of people who see our business pay at the point of presentation. So not letting the follow-up skill puts you in that place of disadvantage where you're only mining 2%. And then the question is, what happened to the remaining 98%? What happened to the remaining, like 98% and 2%? Which one is more, how will I put it now? Which one is more? 98 and 2, which one is more? 2% and 98, which one is more? So if all you're doing in those businesses is mining 2%, it's going to be frustrating. Trust me, it's going to be like anything you don't want. So the question is, how do I become intentional about learning the skills, about building the skills, so that I can naturally navigate from the 2% to the 98%? Please tell me, which one would you want to pay more attention on? The 2% or the 98%? Which one would you want to pay more attention to? The 2% or the 98%? I'm not seeing any comment here. The 2% or the 98%? Which would you want to pay more attention to? 98%, of course, right? Fantastic. So make a decision today that you're going to be intentional about it and you're going to constantly work yourself towards improving the skill sets that can help you harness the 98%. Okay? And then under follow-up, one of the skills you need to learn is how to handle objection. Understanding objection for what it is. We've said this over. Objections are opportunity. Objection is more like the prospect crying for help, asking you, I need clarity, I need direction. That is what objection is. Now, because of the belief, underlying belief that we have picked up about network marketing, when people object, we see it that, oh, they don't like our business, all this, all that. We read meaning, we assign meaning. We don't see the objection as what it is. Rather, we assign meaning to what is it they are saying. And then skill number 5 is closing. Helping a person make the decision. People has been wired to be led all their life. They are, from growing up, we always have someone to say, oh yeah, get up, brush your teeth, do this one, prepare for school, go and do this, carry on. You always get so many instructions. And then even the school system is also wired for you to be taking instructions. And then guess what? If you now settle down and you're a civil servant, it's more like the tip of it. So people are looking for leaders, people are looking for influencers, people are looking for someone that will lead them towards taking the right action. Someone that will help them make the best decision. Why is it so? An average human being wants when someone says, do this. So that when they start doing it and it doesn't work, they will say, it was you now. It was you that asked me to do it. So we are naturally wired towards that. You need to learn the skill of closing to position yourself as a professional so that you can lead people as a consultant, as a professional towards the decision they want to make for their life. So most times people want something and they don't know how to go about it. I was speaking with someone and it was follow-up. The person has watched the video. And then the person said, network marketing, I'm so tired of it. And I don't want any business that I cannot predict. So I was asking, oh, you have a story. Tell me about it. He said he has done so many companies. He mentioned like 5 different companies. And he said, everybody knows it. And he's so tired. So this time around, he's thinking of what he can do that he wouldn't have to pursue people around and everything. I said, so have you thought of anything like that? He said, yes, like being in business for himself. I said, interesting. So what does it require? Have you sat down to think, what really does it require for you to start a business and be successful? He said, he'll be running the business. I said, okay. Have you talked about customer acquisition, acquiring customers for that business? Have you talked about that? He said, I said, okay. The people who bought from you from the first month of starting that business, are they the same set of people that will be buying from you? He said, no. And I said, okay. So you've not really found out that what you're running away from is actually what you're going to face. He said he didn't get that. I said, okay. Does your business require finding people that will buy from you every single time, whatever business you're doing in life? I said, have you found out any business that does not require looking for people that will buy into your product or your service or your opportunity? He said, every business requires that. I said, fantastic. The set of people that bought from you from month 1, are they the same set of people that if only you maintain that customer base, will you hit your financial goals in that business? He said, no. I said, okay. So is it also possible that the people that bought from you last month might not want to buy from you? He said, yes. So what do you do at that point? You look out for more customers, right? Fantastic. Now, when you're working to do flyers, go to radio to do jingle, do this or do that for the expansion of that your business, what are you doing? You're finding prospects. When you're inviting them to come to your office and buy from you, what are you doing? You're inviting. When they come to you, there's a conversation that goes on, right? Have you ever walked to any shop to buy something before and just the way the person ignored you? Like you came in and you were asking a question, maybe the person is speaking phone or the person is doing this or doing that, you decide to walk out of that shop. Is it possible? Yes. So the process a customer walks into your office, the way you approach the customer, the way you tell the customer about your products or services, what are you doing at that point? Is presentation. And then after the person has bought from you, calling to check up on that person and everything, what are you doing? Is follow up. You're getting feedback. And then if there is a dissatisfaction, what are you doing? You're handling objection. Please tell me, what business on earth does not require these 7 core skills? And I'm like, so if you're running away because you're not resourceful, I asked him, are there people who are running this business and they are succeeding? He said, yes, he has seen the La Buena Vida, the videos and everything, but in his mind, he's not cut out for this. He just wants something that he wouldn't need to stress anybody. I said, okay, so the same skills, the same thing you're moving away from is actually what you're going to meet in this new venture you're going into. So I can see a knowledge gap, and I would really want you to understand the concept of connected economy and see how what we do is a very much better opportunity than what you're thinking of. I scheduled him for the next exposure, which was sending him connected economy video. Did you get that? So most times people don't even know that, like when they make up those objections, like they are showing their confusion. Your ability to listen and pay attention to what they are saying. You can't listen, you can't have the patience to listen if you're not even confident enough to talk to them, to clarify them, to help them, point them to the right direction. Okay? Now, getting people started effectively and, of course, helping a new prospect become a customer and helping a new distributor get started. They are all almost in one. And then we have what? We also have duplication skills, and this is under helping people get started effectively, and then promoting events. If all you know in this business is how to promote events and fill a hall, trust me, you won't be poor, because you will be getting signups, and then with that, you can be able to take care of all your challenges. So the goal is personally assess yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How good am I with finding prospects? How good am I with invitation? How good am I with presentation? How good am I with follow-up? Where can I rate myself? How good am I with handling objection, closing, getting people started, and how good am I with promoting events? Do this assessment, and intentionally, the word is intentionally work towards upgrading yourself from whatever level you are to your desired level of outcome. So assess yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you at the moment as regards to your skill set? As regards to finding prospects, as regards to inviting, as regards to follow up, as regards to presenting, as regards to closing, as regards to helping a new distributor get started, as regards to promoting events. How can you assess yourself? Do that personal assessment and take it up as a challenge to constantly improve on your skill set. Now, what is our job? Our job is to educate people to the point where they get to understand what it is that we have to offer. Our job is to educate the uninformed, right? And our job is to help the blind see. So people see this opportunity and they have a lot of assumption in their mind. The question is, whether you start this business or not, in the next 10 years, you're going to be 10 years older than the person you are today. In the next 10 years, you're going to be 10 years worse or better than the person you want to do today. So every single decision we make at every point in time alter what our future is going to look like. So since you're going to be older in the next 10 years, why not decide to practice this system, run this system, and by 10 years from today, 5 years from today, you're going to be more better informed than the person you were today. So think about that. And whether you start a business or not, trust me, you're going to spend the money that is required as capital, right? So you lose the opportunity to learn, you lose the opportunity to practice, and you lose the opportunity to become better. So how good are you on your system to execute the skills? How good are you? So what is a system? What shows you that you have a system working for you within your team? Everybody knows it. Everybody does it. And it works. So over the past 1 month, we've been practicing contact recommendations. So I did a review with some people using the KPI. And I was like, so how many contacts have you processed from contact recommendation? How many signups? You know, the essence of living our life, living this business with KPI is that it points you to where the gaps are. And then from that, we're able to see, okay, so you processed 300 contacts and you only got 1 sign-up. You processed 200 contacts and you only got 1 sign-up. What does it show you? That your skill as regards to contact recommendation, as regards to the system is low. What do you need to do? Practice it more, watch the videos to understand the contact recommendation, get the real understanding, and go back and do again. So by the time you keep on doing it and you see yourself shifting from that person who will do contact recommendation 300 and then get only 1 sign-up to that person who can actually do 300 contact recommendation and get 3 sign-ups. And then you move from that person who can process 300 contact recommendation and get 6 sign-up. And then you're gradually moving. At the end of the day, the change that will happen is something that will be evident. You'll be celebrated, right? But the process of creating that change is where the main work is. Because when you're making the shift, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it happen. It might look as if you're wasting your time. But if you stick to the process, if you stick to the activities, if you stick to the daily habits that will get you that desired result you're looking for, you definitely get results. So I'm asking everyone here, do a personal assessment on a scale of 1 to 10. Assess yourself on the skill of finding prospect. Assess yourself on invitation. Assess yourself on follow-up. Assess yourself on presentation. Assess yourself on all these 7 core skills. And then ask yourself, what kind of results would I prefer for myself? And how do I constantly grow? How do I constantly execute so that I can become better? And then when you have become better, you're more resourceful to help your people to become better. Yes. So there are 3 funnels that controls our business: prospecting funnel, invitation funnel, and follow-up. At any point in time when this funnel is empty, you are not in business. You're just there passing time and waiting for official quitting time to happen. And trust me, it's going to be a frustrating period for you. So prospecting funnel influences what happens in invitation funnel. Your invitation funnel influences what happens in your follow-up funnel. If I'm to do assessment with everyone here now, you find out that so many of us are not even in business. So ask yourself, how many new contacts do I generate every day? What is my desired number of new contacts every single day? Remember, consistency is key in our business. And then how many people passes through the invitation funnel every day? How many people am I following up on every single day? Your goal is to keep those funnel running. Your goal is to constantly keep those funnel filled at every point in time. So skill number 1, finding prospects. Finding prospects. Finding people to educate, collecting new friends. We have tools that we can use to make this happen. So have you figured out what can I be doing every day consistently to enable me meet new people, collect new contacts, get new people infused into my contact tracker that I can show those business in the next 48 hours, in the next 72 hours, in the next 1 week? What can I do? What value do I have to offer so that I can pave my way, meet new people? And in the process of meeting new people, you're positioning yourself, and there and then you're converting some of them to warm markets and hot markets. Think about that. Think about that. What do I need to do? What do I need to be doing every single day so that I can be getting at least 5 new contacts every day, 2 new contacts every day, 10 new contacts every day? What do I need to do? Which tools can I use? So there are different tools. We have the instant prospecting and invitation. We have the questionnaire. We have the flyer. We have the flyers. Yes, we have social media. Writing content and then collecting the contacts of people who are engaging in your contact can also be a way of prospecting. Using your WhatsApp status, posting flyers of events, and putting call to action at the end of it, so that when people reply, that's a new contact added to you. What do you need to do? What do you need to do? So what are the steps in finding prospects? Number 1, you need to build an active candidate list. There is a reason why it's called an active candidate list. That means it's a growing list. It's a list that has a life of its own. It's a list that keeps on adding. It's not a list that stops somewhere. It has a life. It's growing every single day. So decide what your number is. Decide how many people you'll be adding every single day on your list, and create a system to make this effortlessly, to make it happen naturally. Make it a part of you. Let it blend with your normal day-to-day activity. Okay? Step number 2, list everyone you know, every single person you know. List all of them. Everybody enters in your contacts, right? Number 3, constantly expand your list. Number 4, network on purpose. Identify events happening around you. Find a way to add value, and find a way to just go to those events and connect with people, quality people, and constantly expanding your contact base. Then separate your list into categories. So what are the tools? What do you need to be able to make this finding prospects a memorable experience for you? You need your diary, you need your memory jogger, you need your phone. your diary, your memory jogger, and your phone. I'm going to post the soft copy of the memory jogger in the platforms. Please print it out, and you'll find out naturally that each person actually have contacts, nothing less than 500 contacts. Don't argue, just go and go through the memory jogger and you understand what I mean. Okay, it's a way of jogging your memory to remember everybody you know, every single person you know, right? Now, when you're prospecting, there are 3 categories of audience. We have the hot, we have the warm, and we have the cold audience. So what are the steps? Empty your phone in a book. Empty your phone contacts in a book. Don't prejudge. Just write everybody out from A to Z, right? All the contacts, every of the contacts goes on the contact tracker. And of course, be willing to move this contact from the awareness to the interest phase to desire phase to action and retention phase. How many of us saw the script that was posted in the group yesterday? You saw that it has all these elements in it. The sorting process, extracting your warm market, the warm-up message you can use, and the process of building rapport with these contacts. So that when you're inviting them, you're no longer a stranger, you are coming as someone they know that can add value to them. Okay, so you are willing to move them from the awareness level to the interest level to the desire level. Action, you take action, and then you retain them. So this retention phase is where follow-up, closing offer comes in, and then getting them to become a distributor, right? So it's 9:02 by our time, and we'll be stopping at skill number 1. So thank you, everyone. What is the assignment for today? Assess yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How good am I with finding prospects? How good am I with invitation? How good am I with helping someone, a new distributor get started? How good am I with follow-up? How good? Assess yourself, and then be intentional about your growth. Be open-minded. Allow yourself to be flexible and learn from each and every experience that this business is bringing your way. And yes, you are in charge of your mind. You're in charge of your results. You're in charge of your outcome. If anything is happening in your business, you are the one who created that. And you can also decide and alter that result you're having today. God bless you all. Any questions so far? Let's take your questions so that we can go